everyone, welcome back to my channel The Old School Netizen. So when I was thinking about today's video, the first thing came into my mind is, should I really make this video? Because the topic is not something very unique, and there has been a lot of videos made, a lot of advertisements made, articles written, but then I thought, why not? Because though the topic has been talked about since years, most of us don't really follow. Managing garbage or segregating your waste at home is not really a difficult task. Every morning when the safai wala bhaiya comes to my place, he always carries two big garbage bins, one green for wet waste and one blue for the dry waste. But what's inside is a mess of dry, wet, everything together. People don't do it. People don't segregate garbage even after telling them, even after requesting them for so many times. What can be the reasons? 1. Sheer carelessness. 2. They don't understand the impact or consequences of not segregating garbage. Or 3. Some of them I have seen are confused. They don't understand what should be in the dry waste, what should be in the wet waste. So that is why I thought of making an elaborated detailed video with good informations about garbage management. In this video, I won't only talk about what to segregate where, but also how to segregate, why to segregate, and what will happen if we don't segregate. So let's begin. Now we'll talk about basic segregation. That means what to segregate where. Okay, for that first you have to have two garbage bins, right? One for wet waste and one for dry waste. Okay, but personally I don't have two garbage bins. I have one garbage bin for the wet waste, which is mainly the kitchen waste. But for dry waste I only use a garbage bag. Now the first and the most important thing is choosing the right garbage bag. Now in the market you will find enough compostable garbage bags, but also in compostable garbage bags there are a lot of variety. I have already made a video on it. I will share the link on the description, so you go and check that out, right? So the garbage bag I use is 100% compostable. So I'll take out two bags. This is not made of plastic. I'll take out one for the dry waste and another for the wet waste. So identifying wet waste is very easy. Mainly your kitchen wastes are your daily wet wastes, right? So I have some vegetable peels, some old lady fingers and some eggshells. These will all go to the wet waste. Apart from that, if you eat non-veg, any non-vegetarian waste will also go to the wet waste. Also, anything from your plant, like I have some dried leaves from this Erica palm, this will also go to the wet waste. Now, a lot of people also started composting, which is a great way of recycling wet waste, but also it is important to know what all can be put in a compost bin, because everything that we put in our wet waste bin cannot go to a compost bin. So I'm thinking of making a video about it when I start composting myself. Till then, use bins. Okay, so this is basic for wet bins. Now let's go to the dry bins. Okay, a lot of people get really confused what to put in a dry waste bin. Okay, for those who don't understand and are confused, I have a very easy to remember trick for dry waste bin. That is PPGMWC. Now, what's PPGMWC? PPGMWC is P for paper, P for plastic, G for glass, M for metal, W for wood, and C for clothes. That means anything and everything that is made of PPGMWC goes to this dry waste bin. For example, so this is a box of mushroom. It is fully made of plastic. It goes to the dry waste bin. Tetra Pak. Tetra Pak pack is actually mixed of a lot of things. It has paper, it has plastic, it has aluminum foil. There's paper, plastic and aluminum foil and whatnot. So this also goes to the dry waste bin. Newspaper also goes to the dry waste bin. Now a lot of people ask, newspaper is made of natural products, right? Then why? Why can't we put it in a wet waste bin? Because the paper is, yes, made of natural product, but everything that is written here on the color and everything, the ink used in the newspaper and also the colors used are not made of natural products. That's why this goes to dry bin. Any packet, normal packet goes here. Toothpicks. Toothpicks are mainly made of woods, so dry bin. So I recently broke a ceramic mug. So this is just the handle of the ceramic mug. This also goes to the dry bin. Aluminium foil. Aluminium, metal, dry. Tissue paper. Okay, so tissue paper also goes to the dry bin. At the same time, if you somehow wet this tissue paper, again it will go to the dry bin. It won't go to the wet bin, right? So tissue paper. Gift wrappers. Okay, so I have a request to people who wrap gifts in a plastic wrapper by paper wrappers. Or sometimes I have seen people wrapping gifts with newspaper. That is also very unique. Okay, another very important information. Now the truth is, even if you want really hard, you can't get rid of plastic completely, because whenever you go and buy pulses and spices, everything comes in a plastic pack. Even your milk also comes in a plastic pack, right? But then we have a basic responsibility. That is how you use those plastic bags. For example, I have this black chana in this plastic packet. So now I'm going to cut it. And that's where the importance lies. Cut the packet like this. See, it's a one-piece plastic now. So this entire packet can be recycled. But if you cut it like this, the other part, the smaller part, cannot be recycled, right? So whenever, if your packet has this, just try and put it like this. It will open. It's very easy. Okay, now comes to milk packet. Milk packets also have this, but it's not always very easy. Then what you can do, you cut the packet from here, so that cut the packet from here, but and cut it small and don't detach this part. Let the part get attached to the main packet so that the entire packet can be recycled. Also, because you don't have lot of dry waste on a daily basis, so don't throw it every day. Just keep collecting your dry waste and throw it once a week or once in 2 weeks. Also, whenever you put your milk packets or juice tetra packs in your dry waste, make sure there is nothing left in those packets, otherwise your dry waste will smell really bad. Okay, there are few things which are little confusing, like hair. Hair goes to wet waste. Nails also go to wet waste. Basic dust also go to the wet waste. So I think the basic segregation concept is clear now. So why should we segregate wastes? What is the point? The point is the recycling of these two different types of wastes. The basic reason is what happens to those wastes when you throw them. So the wet wastes are mainly thrown into the environment in big dump yards. So then what happens? It either gets mixed in the environment, because those can be used to make basic fertilizers. Dry wastes are mainly taken to landfills and then waste to energy plants. So what happens in the waste to energy plant? What happens? The waste materials gets recycled and a type of energy is produced. Now you think you mix everything together, like your dry waste, your wet waste, neither that can be recycled nor that can be mixed in the environment completely, and most importantly, dry waste and wet waste mixed together produces the very, very harmful greenhouse gas. Now the choice is yours. Now let's talk about the consequences. How will it it impacts us if we don't segregate. As I said, in the landfills, if you put the wet waste and the dry waste together, it produces greenhouse gas. Apart from that, plastic pollution. If you put plastic in the environment, in the open environment, a basic plastic product takes 1,000 years to decompose. Believe me, I'm not making up these numbers. Go and check on the internet. Drains get clogged, roads are waterlogged in the rainy days. Basically, it happens when we put non-organic, non-biodegradable products in the environment. It does not get mixed, and that's why it creates so much problem. So that is why it's very important for all of us to start segregating our wastes immediately. Don't do it for anyone else, do it for yourself. Do it for a better, healthier, livable future. Okay, now at the end of the video, let me share an information with you. There is a product which neither can't be recycled nor is a biodegradable product, which is the worst waste of all. What is it? Sanitary napkins and diapers. You know what? A sanitary napkin takes around 500 to 800 years to decompose itself, which means maybe the first sanitary napkin that has been used in our country is still there in the environment. I was reading an article that says in India, every year there is around 120 to 150 crores of sanitary napkins that gets dumped. Can we really go for a sustainable menstrual hygiene product? I'll talk about it in the next video. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy, stay sustainable. Bye.